A janitor from Vermont died with $8 million. No hedge fund, no insider access, no financial education. He swept floors, he fixed cars, and he lived quietly. And somehow, over decades, he beat most professional investors. Not by being smarter, but by understanding something Wall Street keeps forgetting. Stay with me, because this story explains why patience is about to matter again. You probably never heard of him. Most people haven't. Ronald Read wasn't famous. He did not work on Wall Street. He never appeared on television. No green rooms, no books to push. He lived in a small town in Vermont. He worked at a gas station as an attendant and later as a janitor. He was frugal. He was quiet. He was ordinary. When Ronald Read died in 2014, his friends assumed he left behind a small amount of savings, but instead he left $8 million. And here's what matters. This wasn't luck. This wasn't timing. This wasn't a speculative bet that just happened to work. Ronald Read followed a simple investing approach consistently and for decades. He did not trade headlines. He did not chase trends. He did not try to predict the economy. He bought shares of profitable companies at reasonable prices. He reinvested dividends. He held through recessions, crashes, and long stretches where nothing exciting happened. He understood something that often gets lost in modern markets. Owning stocks means owning pieces of real businesses. Ronald Read did not use technical language. He did not talk about discounted cash flow models. He didn't debate valuation multiples. He asked one practical question. Does this business make money, and is it likely to keep making money? And for a long time, that was enough. But over the last decade, investing changed. Interest rates fell to historic lows. Borrowing became cheap. Money flooded the system. Markets stopped rewarding patience. They started rewarding speed. Why wait years for dividends when prices were rising every month? Why study balance sheets when liquidity seemed endless? Short-term performance became more important than long-term ownership. During that period, value investing did not stop working. It just stopped being popular. Ronald Read did not change his approach, not because he was stubborn, because it worked. He didn't need quick results. He didn't need to be right every year. He allowed time to work in his favor. This is harder than it sounds. Value investing often feels uncomfortable. It can mean underperforming during market booms. It can mean looking out of step with popular trends. It can mean holding steady while others chase excitement. Ronald Read did that quietly for decades. And this is why his story matters in today's market. Markets are changing again. Interest rates are higher. Capital is more expensive. Cash flow matters again. And strong balance sheets matter again also. For years, markets were pricing liquidity more than businesses. Multiple expansion replaced earnings growth. Buyback replaced investment. Speculation replaced analysis. And those conditions are fading. If Ronald Read were alive today, he wouldn't be on social media. He wouldn't be chasing themes or reacting to every headline. He'd be doing what value investors have always done when cycles change. He'd be looking for mispriced fear. Because value investing doesn't disappear. It doesn't stop working. It just gets ignored until it's needed again. And here's the irony. The same system that pushed value investing aside is now recreating the exact conditions where it historically performs the best. Higher interest rates, disciplined capital, scarcity forces selectivity, cash flow becomes valuable again, balance sheets matter again. Slowly, the market is being forced to remember what Ronald Read never forgot. So when people ask, why should I invest like him? The answer isn't about becoming wealthy overnight. It's because he didn't need to be right tomorrow. He didn't need permission. He didn't depend on bailouts or perfect timing. He trusted businesses over narratives, cash flow over excitement, time over noise. That's not nostalgia. That's strategy. Ronald Read never panicked. He never chased trends. He never felt the need to explain himself. And somehow, quietly, he outperformed most people who claimed to know better. Not because he knew more, because he stayed disciplined longer. If value investing feels uncomfortable right now, if it feels slow, if it feels boring, that's normal. It often does, right before it works. This channel exists to explain markets through real stories, not hype, not predictions, and not noise. If you want more clear, thoughtful breakdowns about money, markets, and the people who succeed over time, consider subscribing, because the Ronald Read approach never went away. It was just waiting for the cycle to turn.